Happy Halloween, and welcome to the Great Lakes Association of Horror Writers Edgar Allan Poe series. In this entry, Michael Cieslak, Kurt Hierholzer, and Melissa Keir visit Edgar Allan Poe's poetry.
I was actually surprised to find that Poe wrote a lot of love poetry to a lot of different women. And this is not one of those, but my name's Kurt Hierholzer, and I'm actually, like you said, local. I just do poetry and enjoy it, and I act a little just for fun. Some of these in here, like this one, says to, and then there's a line. So, to whom we do not know. I heed not that my earthly lot hath little of earth in it, that years of love have been forgot in the hatred of a minute. I mourn not that the desolate are happier sweet than I, but that you sorrow for my fate, who am a passer-by. Short and sweet. Okay, this one is to F-S-O.
It's a marked out name.
Yes.
Got nothing.
Yeah, I've got nothing either. To first ode. Thou wouldst be love, then let thy heart from its present pathway part not, being everything which now thou art, be nothing which thou art not. Be with the world thy gentle ways, thy grace, thy more than beauty, shall be an endless theme of praise, and love a simple duty. If you'd like, I'll do one more since they're very, very short. So. To MLS whoever. Of all who hail thy presence as the morning, of all to whom thine absence is the night, the blotting utterly from out high heaven, the sacred Son of all who weeping bless thee, hourly for hope, for life, above all for the resurrection of deep buried faith, in truth, in virtue, in humanity, of all who on despair's unhallowed bed, lying down to die, have suddenly arisen, at thy soft murmured words, let there be light, at thy soft murmured words that were fulfilled. In the seraphic glancing of thine eyes, of all who owe thee most, whose gratitude nearest resembles worship, remember the truest, the most fervently devoted, and think that these weak lines are written by him who, as he pens them, thrills to think his spirit is communing with an angel's. Thank you.
And you'll be jumping up to change the mood from time to time. Next up, we're going to have Michael Cieslak. He's a writer and an editor. He's the owner of Dragon's Roost Press, that publishes the Desolation, 21 Tales for Terror to benefit
Last Day Dog Rescue.
The Last Day Dog Rescue, which you can find right here at Blue Frog Books. He's also a member of the Great Lakes Association of Horror Writers, who have a nice contingent here reading for us. And he will be reading a trifecta of poetry: The Conqueror Worm, The Sleeper and Spirits of the Dead.
But not necessarily in that order. And continue with our oral triptychs of poetry. These are definitely not of the romantic variety. I suppose it will depend on your definition of romance. The first one I'm going to do is Spirits of the Dead. The soul shall find itself alone mid dark thoughts of grey tombstone, not one of all the crowd to pry into thine hour of secrecy. Be silent in that solitude, which is not loneliness, for then the spirits of the dead who stood in life before thee are again, and death around thee, and their will shall overshadow thee. Be still. The night, though clear, shall frown, and the stars shall look not down from their high thrones in heaven, with light like hope to mortals given, but their red orbs without beam to thy weariness shall seem as a beauty and a fever, which would cling to thee forever. Now are the thoughts thou shalt not banish, now are the visions ne'er to vanish. From thy spirit shall they pass, no more like dewdrops from the grass. The breeze, the breath of God is still, in the midst upon the hill, shadowy, yet unbroken, is a symbol and a token, how it hangs upon the trees, a mystery of mysteries. The next is The Sleeper. At midnight in the month of June, I stand beneath the mystic moon. An opiate vapor, dewy, dim, exhales from out her golden rim, and softly dripping drop by drop upon the quiet mountain top, steals drowsily and musically into the universal valley. The rosemary nods upon the grave, the lily lolls upon the wave. Wrapping the fog about its breast, the ruin moulders into rest. Looking like Lethe, see, the lake, a conscious slumber seems to take, and all would not for the world awake. All beauty sleeps, and lo, where lies Irene with her destinies. O lady bright, can it be right, this window open to the night? The wanton airs from the tree-top laughingly through the lattice drop. The bodiless airs, a wizard rout, flit through thy chamber in and out, and wave the curtain canopy so fitfully, so fearfully, above the closed and fringed lid, neath which thy slumbering soul lies hid, that o'er the floor and down the wall, like ghosts the shadows rise and fall. O lady dear, hast thou no fear? Why, and what art thou dreaming here? Sure thou art come o'er far-off seas, a wonder to these garden trees. Strange is thy pallor, strange thy dress, strange above all the length of tress, and this all solemn silentness. The lady sleeps, oh, may her sleep, which is enduring, so be deep. Heaven have her in its sacred keep. This chamber changed for one more holy, this bed for one more melancholy. I pray to God that she may lie forever with unopened eye, while the pale-sheeted ghosts go by. My love, she sleeps, oh, may her sleep, as it is lasting, so be deep. Soft may the worms about her creep, far in the forest dim and old, for her may some tall vault unfold, some vault that oft hath flung its black and winged panels fluttering back, triumphant o'er the crested palls of her grand family funerals. Some sepulchre, remote, alone, against whose portals she hath thrown in childhood many an idle stone. Some tomb from out whose sounding door she'll ne'er force an echo more. Thrilling to think, poor child of sin, it was the dead who groaned within. And last but certainly not least, the conqueror worm. Lo, 'tis a gala night within the lonesome latter years, an angel throng, bewinged, bedight, in veils and drowned in tears, sit in a theatre to see a play of hopes and fears, while the orchestra breathes fitfully the music of the spheres. Mimes in the form of God on high mutter and mumble low, and hither and thither fly, mere puppets they who come and go, at bidding of vast formless things that shift the scenery to and fro, flapping from out their condor wings, invisible, woe. That motley drama, oh, be sure, it shall not be forgot, with its phantom chased forevermore by a crowd that sees it not, through a circle that ever returneth in to the same spot, and much of madness, more of sin, and horror the soul of plot. But see, amid the mimic rout, a crawling shape intrude, a blood-red thing that writhes from out the scenic solitude. It writhes with mortal pangs, the mimes become its food, the seraphs sob at vermin fangs, in human gore imbued. Out are the lights, out all, and over each quivering form, the curtain, a funeral pall, comes down with the rush of a storm, while the angels all pallid and wan, uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is the tragedy, man, and its hero, the conqueror worm.
Chiming in, Kurt? You good? All right, that was pretty good. It's tough following him. But Melissa Keir can do it. Melissa is our resident romance specialist. What are a couple titles?
Chalkboard Romance, Cowboy Up, Cowboy Mine.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Available at Blue Frog Books and more?
Yes.
Exactly. And Melissa, you will be reading Annabelle Lee.
Because he wrote so many romance novels and he wrote so many love stories to women. Annabelle Lee. It was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. She was a child, and I was a child, in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabelle Lee, with a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me. And this was the reason that long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud by night, chilling my Annabelle Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, all men know in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of a cloud, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heavens above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And the stars never rise, but I see the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And so all the nighttide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in her sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the sea.